Kevin Schwartz weave in that manner? Is it the Suzuki chassis or is it the riding technique?
It's actually a lot to do with the riding technique, but at that point where the machine goes, sorry, like another faller, I think that's Ray Stringer. He's up and away again, but must be maybe a bit of oil on the circuit there, because they all seem to be falling down there.
That was exactly the same place. But Stringer's machine on the circuit now, being lifted off. Stringer in the bushes, but apparently fit and well. The rest of the battle goes on, and of course that's elevated the Black Norton of Steve Spray's up, and here we go. Coming out of barn, there's Ray Stringer sliding along on his back towards the fence. But 17, Ray Stringer for sure. The machine apparently none the worse, and the rider fit and well. So that's always good news, and safety precautions, of course, here at Cadwell are as good as anywhere in the country. Back with the action. Second place man, 69, Jamie Whittam. Third place man, number 9, Roger Burnett. The race now settling down. Fogarty storming away in the lead over the mountain, and what a gap. He has improved immensely.
Now, Carl Fogarty's in a class of his own here today, but he rode so well in the Isle of Man CT, then he went on to win at Assen. He really has come of age, and he's a very, very stylish rider. A long way to go, the young man has.
And only 23, so that's no mean achievement.
And coming down to the slowest part of the course, right down into first gear, only 35 miles an hour, accelerating up to Barn Corner. You'll now see them exit Barn Corner onto the start and finish straight.
Both safely round, so whatever it was brought the other two down. These have negotiated it successfully, so Whittam leads Burnett. The battle now between these two. Roger Burnett leading the table, 10 points he currently has. If he finishes where he is now, he will pick up 8. That just might not be enough. 10 for the win would do. The race order in the lead, number 4, Fogarty. Jamie Whittam, and Jamie Whittam with Roger Burnett alongside as I speak. Whittam on the outside line, Roger Burnett through. Whittam fighting back, but Burnett still is keeping the power on, chops the nose off, drives the Honda. That was good stuff, Steve Perry.
Yeah, well, Roger actually went in there much harder, much faster. He's got the inside line, which is the right line going in, but as you saw, Whittam tried to get on the inside, but cleverly little young Roger, he just shut the door on him and took the line.
Roger Burnett, of course, Grand Prix rides, a lot of experience. A gentleman, a good ambassador for the sport.
Yeah, very articulate young man, and he's been very good for motorcycle racing.
So Roger Burnett, new second place man. Whittam back down in third. Honda lead. Honda second. Suzuki third. And of course, Steve Parrish has no small involvement in the Yamaha interest. His key rider, Terry Reimer. Now tell us, why is Terry here?
Unfortunately, Terry fell down at Donington Park last weekend, and he's dislocated his shoulder, so we're hoping he's going to be fit for the Austrian round of the World Superbike race next weekend.
And the other riders you have in this race?
Mark Phillips, number 1 Mark Phillips, but he had a problem with his bike this morning. He's out on the spare bike.
And in 4th place, these are the 2nd and 3rd men you're looking at, but in 4th place now, coming into the picture, is the number 20 Norton of Steve Spray, and Spray is almost in touch, and he is very, very close, as Carl Fogarty storms away in the lead. A seemingly invincible lead Fogarty has, but 2nd, 3rd, and shortly 4th place men. There they are. Steve Spray now closing on the Black Norton. Can he do anything about the two ahead of him?
Well, yes, I think he can. I must say earlier on, I didn't expect this, but he's certainly been closing on these two, with Jamie Whittam and Roger Burnett battling away. They often lose time, and they don't lap as quick as if they're on their own, so it's allowed Steve Spray to close in on them. But the Norton is very fast, so maybe on some of these straights he could just pull back those few yards.
Well, 10th qualifier, he was on the 3rd row, so he's done well to get through the 4th. So Steve Spray now winding in. Jamie Whittam in 3rd. 2nd place man Roger Burnett, and here comes the Norton Challenge over the mountain. We saw here last year Trevor Nation streak away to a Norton win, but the Japanese technology has moved on, and the 1989 machines, I think you'll agree, Steve Parrish, are much, much faster than last year.
Yeah, considerably quicker, and Spray is now visibly closer. This is one of the places where he'll be closing in on. It's very, very fast, accelerating down over this start and finish area. and he'll be just trying to get in close behind them, because he could now wait till the last lap with his extra speed, possibly just nip by on that long straight, park straight.
So Burnett still with Whittam, and the threat to both of them, the Black Norton of Steve Spray. Steve Spray has won both Formula One British Championship rounds in the UK, and he was lying 6th on lap 1 in Holland in the World Championship on Thursday, only to retire with a water pump failure. So the Norton has the speed, Spray has the ability, but does he have what it takes to get past these two here at Cadwell Park? Second, third and fourth place men in your picture. Jamie Whittam, second place man. Carl Fogarty is streets ahead in the lead, but this is where the action is. Whittam second, Roger Burnett third, and Steve Spray fourth on the Norton. Jamie Whittam with the radio, camera, aerial, firmly mounted on the back of his Suzuki.
I hope for their sakes they're aware that Steve Spray's closed in on them. They're having such a titanic battle here. Unless they've got pit signals, unless they've looked behind, they're not going to realise that Steve Spray's been closing in on them.
Well, we need to get the watch going, because I'm wondering if this battle of theirs is pulling them closer to Fogarty, but Fogarty is hurtling past the commentary point, and the others aren't even in sight. In fact, Whittam just exiting Barn Corner now, coming down towards us. The watch is running as Whittam goes over the line. We'll see what his lap time is. Burnett right with him, and the Norton of Steve Spray right up with Burnett. So this really is the tussle. Second, third and fourth place men, Suzuki, Honda and Norton. This is really developing into an interesting situation.
Yeah, very much so. And Steve Spray, when he won the British Championship round at Mallory Park, waited till the last lap. We could be seeing that he knows he can't win the race. Maybe he'll just hang in there towards the end of the race, and, as I say, with that extra power, nip past on the straightaway.
Well, Spray took the outright lap record at Donington Park last weekend. So the Norton is fast, there is no question about it.
Steve Spray on the Dunlop tyres, Roger Burnett on the Michelin tyres. In this heat, we'll see which one's going to last the best.
Well, tyre technology too is an interesting topic, just as the machines are an interesting topic. The Black Norton, of course, has the controversial rotary engine, as compared to a normal piston up and down engine which you and I have in our motor car. The rotary engine has been developed over a number of years and really consists of just one big rotating mass of metal inside with very little vibration, and it is, I think you'll agree, Steve, proving to be a very successful piece of engineering.
Yes, it's very much a serious threat to the Japanese manufacturers, and it is controversial because it's very difficult to measure this engine, but they've done a fantastic job, Norton have, and with a bit more chassis development, they're going to be winning more races.
Well, now, the testing time for that Norton alongside, or almost alongside, Roger Burnett's Honda, the RC30 Honda with the single-sided swinging arm, no suspension visible on the right-hand side of the machine, which came onto the scene last year with such impact. And one of those machines is being ridden by this man, race leader Carl Fogarty. They were very, very quick indeed. Yamaha introduced their OW01 at the beginning of 1989, and there is very little to choose to